All right, and welcome to this special episode of Real Estate Fight Club. This is a series called What Would You Do that airs on Wednesdays. And it's a series where we speak with professional standards and ethics committee participants and talk about different cases. So here with me today is Jimcamarata from Keller Williams in Minnesota. Hey, Jim.
Good morning, Jen. How are you?
Good. You got a good case for us today?
I think I do. Yeah.
Let's hear it.
We've certainly run into this kind of situation in the past, so I thought, let's revisit it.
Yeah.
Realtor A lives in an area that has a rather attractive subdivision.
Okay.
And so there are a lot of houses in there, and consequently, there are a lot of houses that are for sale, listed for sale signs on MLS, the whole bit. So Realtor A decided, I'd like to try to get some more business out of this rather large subdivision and very attractive housing. So he's working with an advertising agency to develop a special email solicitation describing the services of his office. And so he also employed a commercial email distribution service to purchase the emails for every single homeowner in that market area.
Okay.
Getting the picture so far?
Yes.
All right. So out it goes. Emails to every homeowner in there, including the houses that were listed.
Okay.
Yard signs, MLS, the whole bit.
Okay.
A number of agents complained that this agent was going after their listings because of this mass email.
So the email it sounds like it didn't have that wording.
It should have, but if it didn't, and I think this is where this case is going.
Yeah.
Even if it didn't, is there a violation of this particular article? So he went to a hearing.
Okay.
And he pled his case. So is this where you want to stop and ask questions?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, so what is the what is the case? I mean, what's the code that they're saying he violated? Do you have that?
3.
What does it say?
Code 3 is that you're not supposed to solicit. Where did it go? You're not through a for sale sign. It's you do not go after somebody else's listing. You do not interfere with an existing agency relationship.
I think that it seems pretty like cut and dry. Like if you have the wording in the email, you have no problem. If you don't have the wording, then you have a problem.
And it's very similar to sending out a whole bunch of postcards.
Right. You still need the wording, right? Like it doesn't matter what you're giving them. It's just, yeah.
Well, part of his argument, Realtor A said, well, wait a second. This was
let me do our sponsors real quick, our partners, and then we'll do that. Yeah. And then we'll come back for we got to keep them wanting to know, Jen.
I know. Okay.
I'm just kidding. So if circle prospecting, like this, I guess this is technically circle prospecting. If that's something that you want to do, like me, I get my numbers from Vulcan, and they have sponsored us and allowed 2 weeks for $49. You just have to go to www.vulcan7.com/Jennifer Mertland. Or if one of our favorite partners that we have is Real Support Solutions. So when you go to www.realsupportsolutions.com and enter code Fight Club, you'll receive $100 off your first transaction or 3 free hours of training. And some of that training can be scripts. So those are our partners. All right. Tell me what happened.
Okay. So Realtor A defended his actions by saying that the distribution of his email solicitation was widespread in nature, that it had been carried out by a commercial distribution service, and that it was in the same nature as television or other social media advertising that might come to the attention of some clients having exclusive listing contracts with other realtors. So It's a broadcast. It's a
Okay.
broadcast. I wasn't targeting you because I knew you already had a listing. No,
Okay.
it was just the general broadcast. The hearing panel noted that in designing this advertising campaign, did not direct his email to property owners who were already identified as being listed,
Okay.
and did not violate Article 3 of the
Really?
code. Mhm. So his advertising campaign was directed in an indiscriminate manner to all property owners in a given geographical area. And furthermore, Realtor A chose for his advertising campaign was an email which property owners could read or delete as they saw it. The panel determined that this form of communication does not harass a property owner as to telephone calls or direct personal contacts. Therefore, he was not in violation of Article 16 of the code.
It seems like they got that wrong. Because if, like, let's say there was precedent, which I think you've told us in the past that there's really like not precedent, right?
No, we have no idea because these are case studies that, this one dates back to 1988.
Was there even internet and email then?
Evidently, and then it was transferred over and revised in
Wonder
2017.
if they would, if that would be if there would be a different opinion if it was done this year.
And it could differ. The findings could also differ by the makeup of the panel.
Right.
So like civil court cases, we do not have precedents. We don't know what other cases, how they were decided and for what reasons. So everyone is very, very
like
unique.
if we did, and that would be true, then you could do a geographic farm or whatever without having the wording. Then the wording doesn't matter, right?
You should always put the wording in there.
I think you should.
Regardless, just put the wording in here. If you're listed with another broker, this is not a solicitation for your listing.
You might as well. I mean, there's no harm in putting it in, and you're just like leaving yourself open by not putting it in. I'm just really surprised that they said it wasn't a violation. It seems pretty clear that it is. I don't know. I'd be interested if anybody else, like, what side people are on, if they think it was the committee made the wrong choice or if they agree with the committee. So go to our Real Estate Fight Club Facebook page and let us know whose side you're on.
Yep. I thought this morning's discussion would be just a little controversial.
Yeah, it is a little bit. So Jim, if people have questions for you or they have a referral in Minnesota, what is the best way to get a hold of you?
Sure. Email is jimcamarata@kw.com. My cell phone is 612-562-7461. You could also text to that same number.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Jen. Good to see you.